In this session, we shall discuss about how to insert formula and functions in Excel and also frequently used built-in functions. Formulas. Formulas are equations that perform calculations on values in a worksheet. A formula starts with an equal sign. So, when you want to write a formula, say for example 5 plus 2 into 3, that has to begin with is equal to sign. In this, it multiplies 2 and 3 and adds to 5. This is one way of writing a formula with the values. Another way is, here we have a number 2 in A1 cell and 3 in A2 cell. If you want to add 2 and 3, that can be done by writing a formula of cell addresses. So, to perform this, make the cell where we want to display the result, say in A3 as an active cell, and write the formula with the equal sign is equal to A1 the first number, A2 the second number, and the result is displayed in A3. Functions. Functions are predefined formulas and are already available in Excel. We call them as a built-in functions. Most frequently used functions are sum, average, minimum, maximum, count if, sum if, round, sum product, VLOOKUP, etc. Functions have two parts. One, the function name, and the other is the argument. Function name is the type of calculation to be performed. Function name may be sum, average, minimum, maximum, like this. Arguments tell Excel which cells to use, nothing but input values. Like how formulas are entered with a is equal to sign, in the same way function also entered with a is equal to sign. This is the syntax of typical function. Is equal to name of the functions, open bracket, argument 1, comma, argument 2, and so on, any number of arguments. What are these arguments? Are inputs required to carry out a function. If we are doing addition numbers which are added as an arguments. In addition of two numbers, argument 1 is first number, argument 2 is second number, and first and second number are added. So, arguments are mandatory and it follows sequence. A function may have more than one argument if more than one argument are separated by commas. Excel offers different categories of functions: financial, logical, text functions, date and time functions, lookup and reference, mathematical and trigonometrical functions. Let us study about frequently used functions. First one is sum. As you all know, sum is the basic popular functions used in Excel, and it adds the numbers, more numbers, and Excel used to add contents of various cells, and the result is displayed in an active cell containing the formula. Means where the formula is written, that is by making an active cell the formula is written, there the result will be displayed. So, syntax of sum function is equal to, every function begins with is equal to sign, name of the function is sum, number of arguments, more than one argument are separated by comma. If two numbers are there, then you can enter the two numbers. If now more numbers are there, you can provide the arguments as a series. See, that is a range of a selected cell will become a arguments. Consider this example. We have some expenditures. So to add these expenditures, we are using a function, that is the name of the function is sum. Instead of providing the numbers, we can provide a range of selected cell. So I'll select from B2 to B7. So the first cell is B2 and the last cell is B7. Within this range, the values are added and the result will be displayed in an active cell where actually the formula is entered. Here we have entered this formula in a B8. So the result is displayed in a B8. And in Excel we have a auto sum. This displays the sum of selected cells directly after the selected cells. Instead of writing this formula, you can directly click on auto sum and it displays the results after the selected cell. This is about the sum. In the same way, we can find the average. As you all know, average means average or mean value of the group of numbers. See here you can find the average of number 1, number 2, any numbers of arguments you can provide, or range of cells. So to insert this average, you have to go to insert tab. I'll explain you how, and from the library, or else you can click on auto sum and then click on average. Otherwise, we can use a formula. Name of the formula is function is average and the range of cell is B2 to B7, and it provides the average of the range of cells from B2 to B7 and displayed in an active cell where actually the function is entered. Let us discuss how this is done in MS Excel. So here we have a expenditure. Now I want to add the range of cells from B2 to B7. Make the cell where actually you want to display the result as an active cell. I want the result in a B8. So I am making this B8 as an active cell. So every function begins with an equal sign, and I am using function that is a sum of it automatically displayed when you write a keyword that is sum, and it is showing you the parameters, that is number 1 or number 2 like this, or you can provide the range of cell. I am selecting the range of cell from B2 to B7 and then I am closing the brackets. Then when I enter, you will get the result. This is how to use a function. This is one way of using a function, or else you can go to formulas and then insert function. There you can search for a sum that is available here. Then click on OK. So it displays argument dialog box. So either you can provide number 1, number 2, number 3 like this, or you can provide a range of cell. Here I'll directly click on this and select the range of the cell, that is B2 to B7, and then click on OK. Get the same answer. Or else you can use the search for a function by their category, select and then write the function name and their arguments. Then also you can perform the calculations using function. So this is about sum and average. Next we shall see about next one, min and max. As the name indicates, you can find the minimum value using min function and maximum value using a max function. This I'll explain with an Excel sheet. So here I have provided some numbers. If you want to find the minimum or maximum, make the cell as an active where you want to display the result, and begin with a is equal to. Write the formula function that is a max. Max has arguments number 1, number 2 like this, or else you provide the range of the cells from A1 to E1 and then close. Enter. So out of these numbers, the maximum number is 500. In the same way, you can write this as a minimum So it will display you the minimum number. Out of these numbers, the minimum is 100. So the answer is displayed. Next we have count. Count is a function, counts the number of cells that contain numbers in a range or a group of cells. The count number of cells that contain numbers use a count function. Syntax is count value 1, value 2 like this, or instead of providing this you can provide a range of a cell. So here we have some numbers and alphabets provided in cell A1 to A10. Here numbers are with total numbers in this column are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So it totally counts the numbers in the range of cell. Here totally 8 cells, 8 number values are there. Rest of them are alphabet, that is AAA. 2 are and 2 cells are having alphabet, so it will discard them. Rest of the cells having numbers, so total 8 cells are having numbers, so the result is 8 is displayed in an active cell. Let's see the example. Same thing. So when you count like this and is equal to count with the open bracket with a range of cells and then close and enter totally 8. Suppose when you make this as DDD, it becomes 7, and you make this as some alphabet, then it becomes 6 like this, or you make this as some number, it becomes 7 like this. This is how we use count function. The if function, this comes under category of a logical function, and it checks a condition. If it is met, it returns one value, that is if the condition is true. If it is not true, it returns another value, that is if condition is false. So this is the syntax of if condition. If in first it checks a condition in place of argument 1. If this condition is true, whatever we want to display if the condition is true is provided in the place of argument 2. Suppose if condition is not true, whatever we want to display if the condition is not true, that is provided in place of argument 3. This I'll show with an example. Here we have a table, that is name, score. Name of the student names and score is there. Suppose if the score is greater than or equal to 35, that is a condition. If it is greater than or equal to 35, I want the result as a pass. If it is not greater than or equal to 35, I want the result as a fail. So this is done using if. So the first one is argument is a condition, that is checking the condition. So here the score is in B2 cell. So if B2 is greater than or equal to 35, if it is so, then I want it as a pass, that has to be provided in the second argument. If it is not true, I want the result as a fail, that is provided in the third argument. So let us check. So here B2 value is 55. 55 is greater than or equal to 35. Yes, the condition is true. So under the result, that is the active cell, displays as a pass. Then when you continue, the second one, that is a B3 is 22. The score of B3 is 22. Whether 22 is greater than or equal to 35, it is not true. So the condition is false. So it won't display the pass. If it is not true, it displays the result as a fail. So this is how we can use if function. Let us see an example. So is equal to if. So the condition to be checked is in which cell? B2 cell. So B2 is greater than or equal to 35. Condition is over. That is a logical test. What value you want? If it is true, I want it as a text. So I am writing in double quotation because it is a text. So I have written it as a text. And what value if you want, if the condition is not true, I want it as a fail. So I am writing this as a fail. Since it is a text, I am writing it in a double quotation. I will just enter and see the result that I got it as a 55, which is correct. In order to know the successive cell result, just drag this this one, then you will automatically this formulas will be adjusted, and here you got fail, pass, like this. Next is countif. Counts the number of cells within a range that meets the given criteria. Counts the number of cells within the range and based on the given criteria. So this is what is the function, syntax of the function. Name of the function is countif. Range of the cell, given criteria. So when it is counting counting based on the given criteria. So what is this range? It is one or more cells, and names or references, it may be a blank text, values are ignored here. And what is this criteria? Is the form of number, expression, cell reference or text defines which cells will be counted. In count function, it purely counts the numbers, whereas in countif, based on the criteria, it will count. Here we have a table. So that is apples, oranges, peaches and apples. So here I want to count if criteria is apple, and here my range of cell is A2 to A5. So A2 to A5 is a range and criteria is apple. So how many apples are there in A2 to A5? 2 apples are there. So I will get the result as a 2. Let us see an example. So is equal to count if. So what is the range of cell? Select them A2 to A5, comma. What do you want to count? Say I want to count oranges. How many oranges are there in a A2 to A5 range of cell? Only one is there. Suppose if you change this as apples, then it displays the result as a 2. Suppose if you make this as apples, what is the result should be? It becomes a 3. And some other criteria are displayed here. Apples. And next one is count if A2 to A5 A4. What is A4? We have A4 as a peaches. Since criteria is A4, instead of providing a text, here cell value is provided. That is A4 cell address. A4 we have peaches. So when you write this A2 to A5, only one peaches is there. So we got the result as a 1. Here count if A2 to A5, criteria is A3. What is A3? Oranges. We get the result as a 1 because only one orange is there. Count if A2 to A5, A2. A2 is 2 apples are there. For the first one we got it as 1. For the second one we got it as 2. So got the result, total result as a 3. Count if this is a range of cells and it is greater than 55. So here the range of cell is B2 to B5 and the criteria is greater than 55. Here you can see B2 to B5 only 2 cells are there which are greater than 55. So I got the result as a 2. So like this you can provide a different range of cells and criteria. Depending on the criteria, range of cells are counted and displays the result. Like how countif is there, in the same way you can use sum if. Sum, the criteria, here in countif we have only 2 arguments, whereas in sum if we have 3 arguments. One is range, another is criteria and then sum range. So range is here, as we have seen, range of cells, and criteria based on the criteria, range of the in the range of the cell this sum takes place. And sum range is what? It is actually cells to add if their corresponding cells in a range match criteria. If some range is omitted, the cells range are both evaluated by criteria and added if they match the criteria also. So let's see an example. Here we have sum if. So this is a criteria. The second one is the criteria. This is a range of cell criteria and a sum range it is. Here we have a table, property value and then commission. This is a property value and the commission given. So sum if the range of cell is A2 to A5. Sum if A2 to A5 is greater than 1,60,000. So whether any property value greater than 1,60,000, yes, three values are there, 2 lakh, 3 lakh and 4 lakh, which are greater than 1,60,000. And sum range is not this one, sum range is in B2. So three values are greater than 1,60,000 and sum range is B2 to B5. So B2 to B5 is a sum range. So it will add the sum, whatever is there in the sum range, that is because it is a sum if. So it is adding, this is 2, this is 2, this is 2. So it is adding 14,000, 21,000 and 28,000. So we get 63,000. Suppose if it is, suppose here sum if A2 to A5 greater than 1,60,000. Yes, A2 to A5 total three cell address provides me what values provides me this condition. Yes, it is true, that is 2 lakh, 3 lakh and 4 lakh. Since it here sum range is omitted here, it adds this as the 8 by default it adds the this A2 to A5. So 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh, 4 lakh, we get it as 7. So total 9 lakh is displayed as an answer. So this is how we can use a sum if. And round is what? Rounding the this specified number of digits. So here we have two arguments. Number is the number you want to round. Digit specifies the number of digits to which you want to round the number. So here is equal to round to 2.151. So here up to 1 decimal digit you have to round. So 2.15. So up to 1 decimal digit means it is rounded to 2.2. So 2.149. So here the number of digits is 1. So it will round up to 2.1. In the same way, here we have minus 1.475 round up to 2 decimal places. So it has rounded this up to 475 to 48. So round 21.5 minus 1. Here 21.5 means it is to the left of the decimal places. So to the left of this decimal places we have 20. So it is rounded to 20. So answer is displayed as 20. In addition to this, we have Excel offers functions related to marketing, finance and production. So let us know what are those functions which helps us to in areas of marketing, finance and production. It is PMT, Accrint, DB, the FV and PV. Let us see what are these actually. PMT is nothing but a payment for loan based on constant payments and constant interest rate. So this function returns accrued interest of security that pays a periodic interest. DB means depreciation of an asset for a specified period using fixed declining balance method. PV means present value of an investment. FV means future value of an investment based on periodic constant payments and constant interest rate. So these functions, many other functions are also there. These are some basic which helps in finance, marketing and production. These are the references which I have used.